Our private reel tonight is on Eddie Grant. We joined Eddie at a squash court in New York City.
Even when I'm working, I like to play squash, I like to play cricket, and I like to play soccer, which we don't play too much here. Well, I know exactly what it feels like to be an overnight success. You work 15 years, slog in the most uncomfortable places, and maybe one day, like now, you become successful. Overnight, wham.
Working so hard like a soldier, can't afford a thing on TV. Deep in my heart I abhor ya, can't get food for the kid. Good God, we gonna rock.
America's taken a long time to catch on to my music, primarily because the radio stations couldn't put me in any particular category. They wanted to probably put me into soul, and I wasn't exactly that, and they wanted to put me into reggae, and I wasn't exactly that, or country. Now I suppose that with the success all over the world, they've said, well, we've got to find some way to put this guy, and here I am. Why?
How do you feel my love? How do you feel it as I walk away? How do you feel my love? How do you feel it as I walk away?
My early influences were people like Chuck Berry and Muddy Waters and Howling Wolf, Sonny Boy Williamson, James Brown, that sort of thing. And I listened a lot in the early days to Latin music, which crossed the borders of our various countries in the Caribbean. The Equals were the first band I ever played with. It was a time in my life when everything was all innocence. I'm still innocent, I may add. But I have learned to look after business in the music business over the last 15 years. Because if you don't look after business, in the end, it'll damage your art. And I don't want anything to damage that.
Oh, mama, mama, you got me living on the front line. Ooh, what kind of man could I be if I can't talk about what I see? Oh, they tell me got to beware. Take the little money and go.
Living on the Front Line was made when I was in England at my studio, which was called the Coach House. It represented for me a very tough time in my career. It was when nothing was really going too right for me, and there was a tremendous pressure on me to make my music what people call commercial, because at the time it was a big disco boom, and everybody who was close to me and involved in some way was saying, you know, maybe you should compromise. And I think that Living on the Front Line was the greatest lack of compromise I've ever made, and probably one of my greatest success.
Whoa, you got me living on the front line. Oh, you got me, mama, living on the front line.
I think Rock Against Racism, as anything against racism, has to be something good. The actual end result, one can never be sure of, but then again, I can apply that to things that I write about and say myself. You're never quite sure of the extent to which you can affect any kind of social change. The philosophy behind everything that I do is be not afraid. It's there for you if you want it. And everything has subsequently proven that philosophy to be right.